What's up, Lynn? Hi, Lady 14. What's going on, ladies? Happy Saturday. God, I feel like people think I'm trying to be sexy when I have this fan on. And like, I mean, I'm always trying to be sexy, but I don't have AC that works in this room. It works in every room of the house except my office, of course. So it's so annoying because it just like blows my air in my face constantly. Goodness freaking gracious. How are you guys? I got some rose incense burning. It smells so good. Maybe I should open this window a little bit, let some sunlight in. Although I'm not a big like sunlight fan, honestly. I'm loving the glitter. Thanks. Cute, right? I wanted to do something different, you know? Love the eyeliner. I'm not wearing any eyeliner, but I do have like some bronzer on the upper lid here and then like a little bit of gold shadow. When I wear, well, I guess I'm wearing some in here. I guess. So yeah, I guess I am. Although when I do like winged eyeliner, it looks like shit. Like I look disgusting when I'm doing winged eyeliner. Good morning, Alexis. What's up, Rochelle? I hope you guys are having a great day. I figured we'd kind of chit chat for a little bit and then we'd go ahead and get started. We have Barbolt's basket ready to become exact 18th through the 23rd. So I'm excited to see what's going on there. I don't really know how to feel about it. I feel like I don't know. As somebody with a lot of fixed placements, a lot of Scorpio and Taurus, I'm not really into change, you know, unless it's changing my panties. Okay, that's not the only change I'm looking for. What's up, LaDonna? Feeling better today? You weren't feeling good yesterday? Been sick from opiate poisoning? God damn. What happened? All right, let's at least shuffle these cards. Let's cleanse them a little bit. Same girl, Taurus sun. Yeah. You know, the Saturn Neptune retrograde, or well, Saturn's not retrograde yet, but this Neptune retrograde, Saturn moving through my 12th house has definitely helped me like kind of configure a better spiritual practice. I will say that. Although I really don't like Neptune retrograde. Stubborn as a bull. I can be, unless I'm in love. Then I'm an idiot. Okay. Let me put on some music in the background. All right, last shuffle. It was slipped to me, spent. Oh my God. Wait, girl, what? You got drugged? That's not even funny. Oh my God, are you fucking okay? Gross. Whoever did that to you, immediately jail. About to go to Columbus to have a massage and facial, watching you for the drive. I love that. You know, I feel like self-care, like makeup, massages, facials, it's all just an act of self-devotion, right? I feel like that's so important. And everyone has their own way of doing that. Mine is apparently like putting glitter on my collarbones. So there we are. That's a girl problem. Facts. Maybe I should have got coffee. I probably should have went and got coffee. Because I'm just going to be thinking about it the entire time. Maybe I should go get coffee real quick. But before I go and get coffee, because I think I might need to get coffee. Like if we're being 1,000% serious, I think I'm gonna need to go get some coffee. However, keep in mind that today we are taking a look at weekly predictions, okay? And so this is for this upcoming week between what, the 19th through the 25th. We have a lot of configurations going on in the sky. We have the Barbolt's basket going on. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have heard about it. We have Jupiter opposite Pluto. Am I freezing? We have a new Wi-Fi thing, and I just like I can't. We're like out in the fucking country in the middle of nowhere, and it's just El Barfo El Disgusto sometimes. So Um, but yeah, so we're going to be looking at what's going on for your sign. Make sure you check your main placements, right? You know, sun, moon, rising, Venus, whatever. Okay. Maybe Mars or Jupiter if that resonates with you, if you're ruled by one of those planets. And if you guys want to book a super chat question to get your cards read live on stream, then you can head over to hipsy.com/Violetta Alexis. Obviously, you can find that link. It's the pinned comments. Okay. It's right there in the little chat box. So you guys should be able to do it there. If you book within the next 20 minutes, you can get 20% off your question. So make sure that you do that. Not freezing? Okay, cool. You have Scorpio in the 6th. Me? No, I have Libra in the 6th. I have Scorpio in my 7th. So I'm like an aesthetic perfectionist. I'm an aesthetic perfectionist. Everything has to be perfect. Hair has to be perfect. You know? I mean, I feel like this is like this look here is very Libra Leo vibes a little bit. But I'm a Taurus rising, so I'm ruled by Venus, but I have Venus in Scorpio. I don't know if you were talking to me. Okay, I think that I want to put like some sexy, happy music. Sexy, happy? I don't know. Sexy, miserable music maybe in the background. I feel like that's my personality. Sexy, miserable. Okay. Let's see. I guess I'll play my Touch of Venus and Scorpio for good luck playlist. That's what we'll do. I'll play a little Arctic Monkeys, you know what I'm saying? I have Scorpio in the 6th with the stellium. AMK has Scorpio in the 6th. She's a Gemini rising, right? Yeah, she has Scorpio in the 6th. I also have a Scorpio, not a Scorpio stellium, excuse me, a 6th house stellium. So I have Pluto there. I have the sun. I have Mercury. I have my south node. I have my part of fortune. I have Persephone there, the asteroid. I have a lot going on there, conjunct by Pluto. I've met you and I fully agree that's your personality and it works. You've met me? Wait, really? Sexy and miserable? You think I'm sexy and miserable? Wait, where did you, are you fucking with me right now? I don't believe you. Okay. Client. Oh, God damn. Okay, well, thanks. Oh shit, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I have a Scorpio in the 6th with a stellium. Damn. I don't think he knew the intensity of intake root and thought it was already dissolved under his tongue. Oh my God, I am so sorry, Lynn. We had one-on-ones. Michelle. Oh, what's up, Michelle? I hope you're doing good. I hope your tarot journey is going well. Okay, you guys, so give me a second. I'm gonna go and get some coffee and maybe refreshing my water a little bit. Refreshing. Can you really be a Virgo if you fuck up that bad? I'm gonna go refresh my water with some ice. I'm gonna go get some coffee. You can get your super chat questions in, and I will be right back. Okay. I come bearing gifts for myself. All right. Yeah, Lynn, please feel better. No worries, Michelle. Okay. Are you guys ready for this Jupiter opposite Pluto? We're already kind of feeling it a little bit, but we're definitely going to be feeling it this week. Definitely going to be feeling it tomorrow. Do you guys feel like you've felt the effects of that new moon in Cancer? Honestly, this new moon in Cancer hasn't been so bad, in my opinion. It really hasn't. Like, I found myself developing a better spiritual practice, right? In the privacy of my own home. I went to a graveyard yesterday, bitch. A graveyard, okay? Did some journaling, okay? Respectfully, okay? Like, this new moon in Cancer is not what I expected. At all. What's up, Lynn? I was drugged by my boss before, Lynn. Woke up during a moment of non-complete consent. I will never forget that. That was awful. Literally, I hope the worst for him. You texted your ex? Jesus Christ. Have you guys not learned anything about Mercury retrograde? Well, like, you know, for the plot, right? Text your ex for the plot. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Oh my God. Girl, it wasn't my fault. How is it not your fault? It was the stars. Bye. Absolutely not. We're not doing spiritual bypassing here, okay? You have to take responsibility. Although, you know, I get it. I had an ex come back during this time. I was very proud of myself. I tried to politely decline. Okay. It's weird times. It's weird times. What's up, Leslie? God, that was awful. Yeah, he was disgusting. He was. I was a server back then. I was a waitress. This is in my late 20s. And this is after I broke up with my ex and I started working at this place. And like he was hitting on me and I was like, okay, like he's okay, you know, whatever. Like, yeah, sure, we'll hang out and have a drink. And I didn't think, you know, I'm too trusting. Like I'm way too trusting. I'm too gullible. God forbid that I assume the best about people, right? And now I don't. But I should have known when he brought over 2 styrofoam cups. I should have known. All I remember is taking a couple of sips of that, and I don't remember anything else. I was gone. I woke up with things happening to me that I will not say aloud. And like, I didn't realize what was going on until he left. I was like, I was drugged and I was assaulted. Oh my God, you know? Wow. Okay. Cool. Love that for me. I did too. I failed the test. Listen, bitch, you were talking to me and we were texting, and I know that you didn't like what I had to say, but I already knew, given what I know, and I already knew it was Mercury retrograde. And I'm like, she's going to regret it. But I was just like, you know what? I got to take my hands off your wheel. You know what I'm saying? Got to take my hands off your wheel, babe. I get it, you know? Like, if exes are gonna come back, can it be the ones that like treated you astronomically well? You know? Can it be like the Taurus guy I dated when I was like 16 that like treated me like a princess, even though I was really fucking mean to him? Like, can he come back? He treated me like a fucking queen. I was such a bitch. Oh my God. I still feel like I get karma from that. Even though I was just a child, you know. That's true. Well, I'm glad you got something out of it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Absolutely. You know what though? I gotta be honest, like as much as I love money, I got to a point where somebody was trying to offer that, right? Bring offerings to my altar, so to speak. Let's say that. And I still said no. I still said no. It just wasn't it that's not enough. Like sometimes love isn't enough, sometimes money isn't enough, you know, which is like crazy cuz you know, I mean within reason. I mean like, you know, I'll take the shmoney. But there in some cases I'm just like not worth it. You know what I mean? Just it's not worth it. Did you start yet, girl? No. No, because they are already taken. Yeah. You know, I think like I started kind of realizing like what I need in a person. And I don't necessarily think they need to be older and I don't think they need to be younger and I don't care if they're my age. Like I feel like they need to be somebody who just has had a lot of humbling experiences and has lived a lot of life and instead of like rejecting the lessons, they were able to incorporate them into their personality or their character rather that ended up causing them to have more integrity and humility and understanding for others because it's like when you've had your ass kicked a lot in life, you know, you become more empathic towards others, you become more understanding towards other people, you know. And some people I think are more understanding just because they have low self-esteem and they just want to be accepted, but I'm talking about like thorough fucking humble experiences, people that have been, you know, ran through the mud, right? And have come out on the other side being like, damn, you know? So, like, and some people can be 28 years old and have those experiences. Like they, you know, are like double their age in their mind and their heart space, right? What's up, Donald? Thank you. And then like other people, you know, they could be freaking 50 years old and they're stupid and you're just like get out, you know. It's like I don't know. So yeah, anyway, emotional intelligence, yeah, but I also think like I need somebody who's established like in their career, you know, like they need to be established in their career, in their life, like where they have some level of power just because I have a lengthy past and they need to be harder to take down. You know what I mean? I don't want a polished lie. Ooh, crispy. I'm sorry, jail immediately. Okay. All right. 7 more minutes and we're going to get started. You guys know I like to do our little 30-minute talk or whatever. 7 more minutes. If you don't want to be around for that, you can fuck off. No, I'm just kidding. Absolutely. For sure. For sure. You know, and I need someone a little dark, a little brooding, a little weird, you know, a little daddy or mommy, a little like I need somebody who is like going to go to the graveyard with me and like do weird shit, you know? Like I need somebody that instead of arguing is going to give me a five-finger necklace and like we work it out through that. Like, especially if you're a man, I don't need you to be more emotional than me, sir. Why are you so emotional? Why are you being so reactive? Right? That only puts me in my masculine energy. I don't want to be a man. I've never wanted to be a man. I don't want to be a man. I don't want that. I don't like the I don't like those like emotionally men. Like I always go by my grandfather. He was a Capricorn. He was a Capricorn sun, and he was like, listen, that motherfucker, he had to like go from farm to farm when he was younger, like when he was very young, like his mom died giving birth to him and all of these things. And so he grew up as a cowboy, like he was a man, you know, he provided for his whole family. He was strong, sturdy, cool, calm, collected. He didn't fuck around, you know, and he was very romantic to my grandmother. Picked her a flower every day of her life. Okay. And even when he was on his deathbed, he would have me or one of his daughters or somebody like go and pick her a flower. Like, and he never ever raised his voice to her. He was always just so solid. Like, give me that. That's what I need. But I found I have attracted the opposite most of the time, except for like maybe two people. Thanks, Alexis. Are you being sarcastic? Like, nobody gives a fuck, bitch. Pull out the tarot cards. That is, he was so sweet. Are you joking? Somebody, once, I'm not gonna say who it was, but somebody had like flipped out on my grandma one time, and my grandfather, now I don't condone violence. Okay. But he hit this man so hard upside his head that his ear started bleeding, and he was deaf in that ear for the rest of his life. Where are those men? You know, no, I'm serious. Thank you. Yeah, he was so sweet. He was so sweet. He was the best grandpa ever. He was the one that got me into writing when I was little. He was a writer. I've never seen my papa cry, not even when my grandma died. You know what, though? I never saw my grandfather cry except when it came to like movies he watched. Like he would watch his old westerns and he'd have like the single tear. Like he was a low-key romantic. Like he was so like I love that. I love those like strong men who have those like romantic sides. Eh, God. Because I feel like he was my blueprint, you know? And then like growing up I realized, wow, that doesn't really exist very much, you know? I feel like I was chipped. I'd give you flowers every day. Well, thanks. I appreciate that, Donald. That means a lot to me. My papa is a Leo. That's what's up. Yeah, he was a Capricorn. But you know, Capricorns are really just cancers in a business suit, you know? Like they're low key, like such softies. They're so just such softies. My other grandpa was a Gemini. He was like really he ended up being a pervert. So we're not going to actually talk about him. What color nail polish is that? Black, baby. Always, always black. And then I got my toes too, but they're black. Can you see? You can't see. They're black tips. You can't see though. You're my dream girl. Oh, thanks. That is very sweet. You know what though? I feel like a lot of men do that. I feel like they have this ideal image in their mind that they project onto me and this certain expectation that they have of me. And then it's like, when I don't meet that perfect expectation, it's like whatever pedestal they put me on, I just fall and then I get treated like shit. I really hate that. Like, please don't do that to me. Not talking to you, Donald, just talking about in general. It's like weird. Um, He'd always come home with presents for my grandma and treat her like a queen. Aw. But they don't know you. Yeah, it's like they're like, oh wow, like they think I'm their dream girl, right? Like Donald, right? Even though I love you, Donald. Okay, I'm not saying you're lying. But then it's like I am not some kind of perfect image of whatever they had planned in their head, and then like I get punished for not living up to that. Like fuck off. You know what I mean? That's how they do me when I show I'm human. They freak out. Right. Hell yeah, on the toes, punk rock in the summer. I love it. Would that be considered punk rock? I just feel like more like dark feminine. I like that vibe. Thank God I moved differently. Love that, Donald. Love that for you. Kind of want to go somewhere tomorrow. The astrology looks so good in my chart tomorrow. I kind of want to do something. I haven't really been posting on my Instagram lately. I've been trying to like I've been going back to my little like writing groups, my little writing classes and stuff like that. And so I've been really trying to focus on my book again and like just getting back into my spiritual practice and things like I look naked. Okay. Just kidding. Um, but I haven't really been posting on my Instagram lately. Like I haven't really been feeding it, you know? Even though I keep getting followers and stuff, but I haven't really been feeding it. I just been very focused on writing, but I'm also like I feel very creatively blocked. Like maybe I just need to rub one out. You know what I mean? Maybe maybe it's that. I don't know, but I'm not like I don't know. I need help. Have you been making more music? No, girl, I'm never doing that ever again. Never doing that again. Okay. All right. Sorry. I'm a bit older and know what bullshit looks like from men and women. Yeah, unfortunately, I know what it looks like too. I also realize, like, about me, I really need to not move so fast with people. Like, no. I need to fucking chill out. Oh my God, look who it is. Okay. Like I move way too fast. Like I feel like when I'm really in love with someone, I move way too fast and then I end up being like, what was I thinking? You fucking idiot. So dumb. Literally so dumb. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. I'm gonna start the event now. My uncle's taking me tonight to see a Pink Floyd cover band. Ooh, that sounds so fun. Okay, what sign do you guys want to start at? No, let's just start from Aries. We're just gonna start from Aries. Okay, that's what we're doing. Why didn't I wear earrings? Okay. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, V. God damn. Aries. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see, Aries. Let's see what's going on for you next week. You are such a gem. I would totally hang out with you. Thank you. I'd hang out with you too. Show me Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars. Show me their energy from the 19th through to the 25th. The Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. You know, you got to get out of it. You know what I mean? You got to get out of it, babe. Like you're in this kind of like you know, maybe there was a rejection that happened, maybe a relationship failed, maybe something's going on in your business or your home life that's making you feel a little disgruntled. Shit, maybe it's something as extreme as a divorce, right? And who am I to tell you how fast you need to heal or what you need to do or whatever? Like, but there has to be a point now. Like, you know, this is like an energy. It's giving me like been in bed for 5 days straight, you know, eating ho-hos and watching The Price is Right with your bonnet on or whatever. Fucking like now, okay, it's time to like grab yourself by the boobs or the balls and get it together. Because to be honest with you, this coming week, it kind of feels like you're feeling a bit sorry for yourself, and that's okay. You know what I mean? I get it. We're here, right? But there has to be a point where you're like, okay, I got this, and kind of restabilize yourself in whatever way that looks like for you. Yeah, oof, 10 of Cups reversed. Ugh. Could be like family issues, in all honesty. What's the advice for that one? I'm just curious. The Knight of Swords reverse. One more. 6 of Cups reversed. What I want to say is don't be impulsive with your emotions, because you may end up doing something and be like, fuck, why did I do that? And I also think that some kind of breakup or relationship or family, like somebody outside of you is affecting how you feel about you, is affecting your security, or has a lot of opinions in regards to how you should be living your life, you know? And you're letting it affect you in a negative way. And I think with that High Priestess and that Four of Wands reverse, I think that you're starting to realize who belongs in your space and who doesn't. Who deserves a space in your life and who doesn't. Who's earned a space in your life and who doesn't. And so I really want to say, like, listen to your intuition when it comes to the people around you. All right, let's see what's coming outside of you that's affecting you. The World reversed. What is this? Okay. Okay. You know, don't fret, right? There may be something regarding that same relational issue, family situation, or even a house situation. Like for instance, if you guys have like been waiting to close in on a house, okay, maybe you've been waiting to close on a house, maybe you've been waiting to rent something, etc. Like I feel like this can be a time where something starts to move forward for you. It can also be that you end up getting invited out, or you go to a wedding, or you go to a party, or you go to an outing, and like something through that can end up being resolved between you and another person. Why the World reversed? The Four of Pentacles. Something financially, maybe, that's been holding you back seems to be moving forward. It can also be that you and another feminine figure are kind of at odds about something, but you guys may end up making peace. I can see that as well. Tell me about that Wheel of Fortune. The Lovers. It can be something regarding love. So if you've had like a lack of communication with a person, or you and somebody else have been at odds romantically, it feels like something is moving forward in a positive direction. And it's kind of all about the timing with this is what I want to say. And I feel like this is going to happen in maybe a little bit of an unexpected way. The Wheel of Fortune can sometimes be a little bit unexpected, but it is harmonious and it is peaceful, and it does feel like there's proper communication between you and somebody else, where you and another person seem to be really getting down to the reality of a situation. So I like that, actually. Let's see what else. Nine of Swords. Yeah. I mean, this is like what I was talking about, you know, eating the ice cream in bed, a tub of ice cream, watching The Price is Right with the bonnet on your head in bed for like a week straight, you know, or whatever. Like, how are you dealing with this mental health stuff? Or how are you dealing with these worries? Are you allowing your past issues to bleed into the present and affect your mood, affect your mentality? Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles reversed. It feels like you're more so worried about a loss or worried about a loss of investment than it actually being that. I really think that, you know, the Seven of Pentacles reverse can be where we've thought or we think that we've been wasting our time. But in my opinion, a waste of time or calling something or someone a waste of time is a choice. Because if it is a waste of time, that is your choice. If you didn't squeeze anything out of that experience, then that is your problem, right? And so I think you really need to take a look on what it is that you've acquired and learned. And sometimes we acquire through loss, right? So what does that look like? What have you acquired through some kind of perceived loss? What have you learned up until this point? It's all for the character development, right, babe? Kind of look at it like that. Yeah, Five of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, it's like telling you got to get out of it, you know? You got to get out of it, whatever it is. A personal issue reaches a resolution, full moon in Cancer, and then Sagittarius. There can be something going on with somebody at a distance, maybe, where something reaches a resolution. There can be something in regards to a family situation or some kind of move, maybe, but it's basically just asking you to be optimistic, to try to free yourself from something. And also, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, which is about wisdom. It can be about higher purpose or the acknowledgement of experience. And so I feel like there's something about that that you need to take a look at. That's what I have for you, Aries. What's up, Nicole? Hi. All right, let's see. Let's look at Taurus. What do I think about Libras? Are you asking me? I have mixed feelings sometimes. It depends on how healed the Libra is. I think it's hard to know where you stand with Libra sometimes, because I think that they want harmony so bad sometimes that they're willing to kind of morph themselves into whatever they feel like they need to be in order to appease others. Now, I have Mercury and the South Node in Libra, so I'm very familiar with this energy, and it's actually fucked me over a lot, just trying to like fit in or trying to morph myself into what I think a man will like or a friend will like or whatever. And it's really forced me to detach from the need to be liked or the desire to be liked, because I'm all too familiar with doing that, with molding myself in that way. And it's still something that I'm learning, you know? So that can be kind of the shadow of Libra. But on the other side, they're great. They can be incredibly fierce as well. All right, let's look at Taurus. All right, show me Taurus. What's going on for Taurus between July 19th through the 25th, and then we'll move on to Gemini. Show me Taurus, July 19th. Ooh, okay, Wheel of Fortune. I love it. Ten of Swords reverse. Love this. So you may have gone through an ending, a betrayal, a breakup, like something recently. And it looks to me like you're slowly but surely kind of moving forward. You're allowing something to evolve you. You're allowing something to give you the wisdom. I feel like it's well earned from whatever experience this was. The Two of Pentacles. What happened with that Ten of Swords reversed? The Four of Pentacles. There can be like a financial ceiling that you're breaking through. Like maybe, for instance, you know, you've charged a certain price for your services and now it's like, you know, you're upping the price a little bit, or there's something evolving regarding your finances. This can also be like a breakup or some kind of betrayal, divorce, whatever it may be, that has been holding you back or you've allowed to hold you back for a really long time. But now you're kind of in this energy of like, okay, like I'm okay to move forward. I understand what happens. Like, this is just the ebbs and the flows of life. And it seems like some kind of luck is coming to you, or to be honest with you, you may even be creating your own luck, because it almost feels like you are making space for other things to come into your life. And sometimes that means that you have to clean the other things out or let go of other things, right? So for instance, if I have a fridge that is stacked full of food and then I go grocery shopping and I haven't removed the old food or the expired food, I'm not, where the fuck am I going to put it, right? It's like I don't have anywhere to put it. So it's like you're kind of cleaning out your fridge, so to speak. And I feel like with that Two of Pentacles, you're still kind of dealing with a lot. It feels like, okay, I just have to balance my checkbook. I have to keep going to work. I have to keep doing X, Y, Z, right? But it's like you are handling it. I do think with that Devil and that Four of Cups there was like a massive disappointment, okay? There may have been a very toxic tie that you had to another person, or there may have been some kind of temptation that, you know, you ended up giving into and maybe you regretted it, or whatever the case is, but you're moving forward, so I like it. So let's see what else. The Two of Wands reversed for what's happening external from you that's affecting you. The Five of Cups reversed and the Knight of Cups reversed. Who is this? What's this person's intention towards Taurus? What's the Seven of Swords reverse, please? The Ten of Wands. Can we get one more, please? The Magician reverse. What's that Five of Cups reversed? The Seven of Pentacles. You know, there's someone being a pussy, you know, or something. There's someone here. Okay. There's someone here who is just kind of in a mood, I guess you could say. They're not really willing to emotionally open themselves, even though there's some level of either wanting to forgive you or wanting to offer wanting to ask for some level of forgiveness. But the Two of Wands reverse tells me that there's a lack of planning involved. They're not really taking action. They may have some kind of guilty conscience about how something ended, or they may have an intent to be honest with you about certain burdens or things that they're kind of holding on to, certain self-doubts that maybe they have, or even certain manipulations that they projected upon you or used on you, or whatever the case is. And I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles clarifying the Five of Cups reverse, it almost feels like this person is still invested in some regard. It's like they're still there. They still see some kind of value, but it's like they're kind of taking their sweet ass time. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with that Knight of Cups reverse. The Knight of Cups reverse is a little like emotionally unstable, or, you know, kind of keeping their emotions close to their chest for whatever reason. So let's see what else. The Page of Swords. The Strength. The Lovers. You have a lot to work on, Taurus. Like, you know, especially if you're like a Taurus rising, you know, you have that full moon that's going to happen in your Aquarius 10th house, right? But whatever Taurus placement you have, it's like there's a need to focus on your reputation and like the work that you're doing and the work that you're putting out in the world. And I feel like with that Page of Swords, if there's something that you're needing to learn, right? If there's something you're needing to learn, write, read about, educate yourself on, maybe you're needing to socialize or network a little bit better in order to bring some kind of like stronger bonds into your life, I feel like this would be the time. For others of you, if this is specifically about a love situation, I would not give into something until you fully observe the situation or you've received more information. Is this person really right for me? Does this person align with my morals, my values, who I am as an individual, and where it is that I'm going? Have they put in the effort? Do they meet the fucking standard? Yes or no? Only you can answer that. Adjustments are required, and Taurus. So it's about you, baby. Adjustments are required within you. Like, what needs to change? Is it your routine? Is it your spending habits, your financial habits? You know, are you just letting anybody hit these days, right? No judgment here, you know, but like what's your standard? What's your, you know, and you got to kind of trust yourself a little bit. Like, and Taurus is about the sensual things, the good things in life, the eating and the drinking and the, I'm not saying, you know, go on a 6-day bender. That's not what I mean. Just like nice wines or just a non-alcoholic drinks, or treating yourself to some glamour magic, or, you know, just putting your feet in the dirt, right? Whatever it is that makes you feel good. Maybe focus on these things. Let's move on to Gemini. Overindulgence. Well, there you go. What's up, Rose? Sorry, I know you guys can't hear it, but I'm listening to my little playlist. So I'm like dancing. Thanks, Rochelle. Waiting for the Libra read for sure, for sure. All right, Gemini, let's see what's going on for you July 19th through to the 25th. Aries, that's what's up. The only things I have in Gemini, I have Lilith conjunct Chiron and Gemini in the second house, but that's it. No other Gemini placements. Glamour magic. I'm more into like, I like glamour magic. I'm more into like dark magic though. I like blood magic. Working with deities or like the dead, like things like that. I'm very drawn to. A chthonic witch, I guess. Yeah, Black Moon Lilith. Uh-huh. I also have Chiron and Gemini. Yep. All right, let's see. Show me Gemini's energy for July 19th through to the 25th. My boyfriend is a Gemini. That's what's up. The King of Wands reversed. So you're showing up as a masculine. What's got you down in your ego? Two of Swords. Okay, listen. You're only doing it to yourself. You know what I mean? And I don't know what this is specifically, but the King of Wands reverse can sometimes show up when we have a lot of pride around a situation. It can be where our ego is kind of getting hit a little bit. You know, we're not feeling so confident, but it's like, so instead of like just being honest about that, it's like instead we're showing up, oh, well, I don't care, or I don't, you know, it's like, it has to be that energy. And with the Two of Swords there, it's like you don't even want to see that. Like I feel like you're avoiding something bigger. Yeah, see? Knight of Swords reverse, Gemini energy. What are we avoiding with that Two of Swords? The Temperance reverse. Are you overdoing it in some area of your life? Is there something that you're needing to create or make peace with that you're avoiding because your ego's in the way? Why is the King of Wands reversed? The World reversed because of some kind of unfinished business that you have. And I don't know if that's with a person. I don't know if that's with a career path. I don't know what it is, but it's like you're not feeling so confident about it. And you're like, you know, maybe if this is about a career path, you're like, God, I feel like I should be way further along than I am. Or, you know, if you've been working out for a while and you feel like you're not seeing results, you can be like, God, I feel like I should be more jacked than this or whatever. But it's like, I feel like you're kind of giving yourself a hard time instead of just like looking within. Because it almost feels like you're suppressing something that you want to say. There's something that you want to say, but you're suppressing it. Why are we suppressing it? The Eight of Wands? The other side, it's not telling me why, though. Because you're wanting to say something. Why are we suppressing it? You're having like a fear of loss, or maybe a fear of rejection, or a fear to take a risk and like say what it is that you want to say. But you definitely feel like something should be further along than it is, and you're kind of like taking a hit because of it or something. I don't know, bitch. What else? What's happening outside of Gemini that is affecting them this week? The Hermit reversed. The Fool. Why the Two of Wands reversed? The Sun. Okay, well, I mean, the Hermit reverse to the Fool is like there's some kind of adventure. Maybe it's with another person, maybe it's a trip, you know, something like this. And it's like there's someone here who's kind of coming out of hiding in a way, like wanting to have a new start or something like that. But there may be a lack of planning, or it's like maybe something starts with another person, or maybe a trip is like planned, but then it's like something kind of backtracks, maybe, which would kind of make sense with Mercury retrograde. But then we have like the Three of Wands and the Hierophant here. So I'm kind of wondering, are you trying to develop a new spiritual practice? Are you trying to figure out if someone is right for you? Because the Hierophant can sometimes represent like a commitment or a relationship, or maybe you're taking a look at your commitments and you're deciding what's true for you and what's not. But like the Two of Wands reversed, why is the Two of Wands reversed? Because of the Sun. It's making me feel like ego or something again is getting in the way of whatever this is. What is this in regards to? I don't understand what this is. The Ten of Pentacles reverse. It's okay. So like there's a family or friends or somebody influencing your decision to make plans in regards to some kind of commitment or journey that you're trying to make plans about. And it can also be something financially as well. What's the advice for that? The Seven of Wands. You need to stand your ground with something and fight for what you want. That's what I got. Like, it's basically saying you need to have a backbone or a spine with something. All right, show me what else. The Magician. So you need to believe in your own power, basically. Like, you need to empower yourself. Because I feel like you guys are selling yourselves a little bit short. Like it's like you have all these talents, gifts, skills, abilities. You have a lot of power available to you, and it's like you're just kind of abandoning it for whatever reason. Maybe because your ego is getting in the way. Maybe it's because of external influences, people telling you what you should and shouldn't be doing, when really you just need to make the choice for yourself. Yeah, look, Devil reversed and the Five of Wands. This is your advice. You need to detach from what other people are telling you, because it's like you're making choices based around ego, instead of like what's really right for you on an internal level or something like that. The energy is gaining momentum and Capricorn. So there may be some kind of ambition that you have, something that you want to strive for. And it's saying like something is getting ready to speed up in that area of your life. And you need to kind of take a look at that. Maybe it is career, maybe it's reputation, maybe it's your social standing. You know, am I divorced? Am I single? Am I married? Am I doing this in my career? Am I doing that? Like there's something that's getting ready to speed up, and it's basically saying like you need to take initiative and take something seriously. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. Let's move on to Cancer. Hopefully he freaking leaves that girl. Oh. Did you get pushed to the side? Girl, forget it. If a man leaves enough space in between you and him for another man to come in, he is not your man. You know what I mean? That's not your man. If he is comfortable with the thought of A, being with somebody else, or B, seeing you with somebody else, even there being a slight chance, that is not it. That is not your man. You know what I mean? Fuck that. No way. Absolutely not. Let him stay with the girl, you know? All right, let's do Cancer. Show me Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars for July 19th through to the 25th. Took me some time to get there, unfortunately. Matter of self-worth, yeah. You have to start thinking about yourself like this, okay? Like, I'm not even joking, right? Sorry, Cancer. Think about yourself like a goddess, okay? Think about when people or men, women, whoever, whatever you're interested in, when they date you, I want you to mythologize yourself, okay? I want you to think of yourself as a goddess. What do you accept as offerings, right? And when you approach a god or a goddess, right, you approach them with respect. You approach them with something to offer wholeheartedly, right? And a god or a goddess will not accept anything less. You have to start thinking in terms of that. You have to start thinking like that. Like, imagine you're just sitting on your godly or goddess throne, okay? You're not getting off of your throne to go chase anybody down. They come bearing gifts, and you get to decide whether or not that's good enough. You got to think about it like that. I'm dead ass serious. You think I'm joking? I wrote an entire mythology all about myself as a goddess. Literally. I am not even joking. It really will help you manifest things. Okay? Not even joking. Like dead flowers, part of my symbolism. You know, you got to do stuff like that. You got to romanticize yourself, babe. You got to romanticize your life a little bit. We need a little bit more whimsy. Stop being so fucking realistic about yourself. Oh, well, you know, he only didn't text me for a day. I don't give a fuck, babe. Grow up. You know what I mean? No, unacceptable. Like this one guy, I was talking to him on Hinge. I think this was back on I think this was back on, what was it? May? April, maybe like April or early, it was like early June, maybe. I can't remember. I don't know. I was talking to a few people during the time, but he like called me. Yeah, we talked, and he was like, "Oh, like, you know, what are you looking for?" And I said, "I'm looking for a long-term committed relationship. I don't sleep around. I don't do that. Like, I have these certain expectations. This is what I want." And he's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you're so beautiful and you seem so sweet. I'm just not looking for a long-term committed relationship." I was like, "No problem. Like, you know, good luck, whatever, whatever." Motherfucker circles back like 3 weeks later, and he's like, "I feel like I made a mistake. Like, you were really cool. I really wanted to get to know you. First of all, never even saved your number." So I was like, "Wait, who is this?" And then like I realized who it was after I was like kept reading the text. I was like, "No, like I'm not answering you. No, you made your decision. You made your bed. Go lie in it, dumbass. You should have known off the rip. If a man looks at me and he is not for sure, you got to go. I'm sorry. You got to go. No. I'm not saying people can't make mistakes. But if he leaves enough room for another man to come and take you from him, that is not your man. Okay? Queen V. Well, thanks. All right, let's see. All right, Cancer. Show me Cancers. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Nine of Swords reverse. You know, you're taking care of things, Cancer. You know, you're taking care of your responsibilities. You're taking care of the day-to-day, the practical. You're working on your projects. You're mowing your lawn. You're, you know, working at work, right? You're doing your job. You're laying the foundation for what it is that you're trying to build. And I feel like you're being very proactive because the things that you were once worried about, it's like you're doing the things that will take care of what you were worrying about, right? So like, oh God, I gotta pay off that debt, or and so it's like you're being proactive about these things. That's what I'm getting. It's very practical. Three of Cups reverse. If there is some kind of drama in your life, or if there are some kind of third party situations, in my opinion, I feel like you're focused on the right things. You're not focused on what you don't want. You're focused on what you do want. And that's exactly what you probably need to be doing. And I think that you're very well aware of that. It doesn't really feel like you're in this super like socializing kind of mode. Like, I'm not saying that you're totally isolating yourself and becoming some kind of recluse, but it does feel like you're very focused, like you're very laser focused on your money, like managing your time very well is what I'm getting also. I also think that you're building your sense of self-worth and self-value. Like a lot of that, like with that Seven of Wands and that Empress reverse, like you may feel like you have some people that are a bit jealous of you. And instead of empowering you or allowing yourself to transmute that energy, you may have allowed it to affect you in ways that made you feel less than, or made you feel ugly, or what, not good enough in some kind of way. But you're actually working on that. Like it kind of makes me feel like, you can tell when someone's hating on you or when someone's jealous of you, like, ew, how insecure of you, like you can tell. And maybe in the past you've allowed yourself to like get really down about it, but now you just kind of see past it and you're like, oh yeah, you're insecure. It actually has really nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. Like I'm getting that kind of vibe is like your new mentality. Tell me about that Three of Cups reverse. Four of Swords. Yeah, told you. What did I say? You guys think I'd be lying. Listen. You're doing your own thing, babe. You're doing your own thing. I really like it. You're taking some time to yourself. So let's see what else is going on in your life that may be affecting you during this time. Judgment reversed. Oof. I think you have somebody who is Six of Wands. Someone's trying to get your attention without taking the accountability for why they need to get your attention in the first place. This feels like somebody you haven't reconciled with, or somebody who refuses to accept or own what it is that they've done, but instead they're still trying to get your attention, even though they're doing it in like outlandish or ridiculous ways. Like it's as if they're trying to this is like somebody who screws you over, right? And then comes back around and is like, hey, how you been? Like, we're not going to talk about what you did last year. Like, we're just gonna breeze past that, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. What's the Judgment reversed? Eight of Wands. One more. The Ace of Pentacles. This person may have spoken to someone else or said something about your business. Or if this person planted seeds with you at one time, they may have not moved that forward, or like told you the truth about something regarding like a financial matter or some kind of potential between the two of you. What's this person's intention with Cancer? The King of Swords. They're there to like gaslight you. Well, I didn't do that. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say that. I didn't, it's like, okay. Like, I wouldn't trust this person, really. What's the advice for that for Cancer? The Queen of Cups. Told you. What did I say? You guys think I'm just full of it. Queen of Cups reverse. Do not trust this person. I told you. What did I say? Please. Okay? Y'all don't listen to me just because I wear glitter and have blonde hair. I'm trying to tell you. All right, let's see what else. Wheel of Fortune reversed, death reversed. If you keep repeating the cycle, you will get the same results. If you keep repeating the cycle, you will get the same result, babe. What have we learned? What have we learned? What have we learned? And based on what we've learned, what do we need to change? What do you need to change? But I already feel like you're doing that work. Hierophant reverse. It's time to break out of your own self-limiting beliefs and chains, baby. You know? This is not really the time to go along with things and to go along with the crowd. I feel like you need to say fuck that when it comes to what you really want regarding who you know and who you surround yourself with and the people that you give your time and your energy to, or your relationships or whatever. It's time for you to break free of that. Hold your vision and Chiron. And I feel like for a lot of you, there's some kind of wound that's holding you back, making you believe that you cannot have something that you want. You're lying to yourself. All right, Cancer. All right. Let's move on to Leo. I kind of gotta pee. I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee, I gotta pee. Okay. I'm gonna do Leo and then I'm gonna pee. Good morning, Jamie. Leo. Show me Leos. What's going on with Leos? From the 19th through to the 25th. The Queen of Swords. Okay. Page of Pentacles. You're very grounded in your thinking. There's some kind of communication, potentially with a child or a younger person, or you're thinking very strategically and very logically when it comes to something that you're attempting to learn or build. The World reverse. It may be something that you let go a long time ago, or something that you're needing to kind of finish up. So, I mean, we can see this a lot with Mercury retrograde anyway. We can be going back to old things that we wanted to learn, old things that we wanted to teach, courses, you know, so maybe something that we're wanting to write or whatever. So it feels like new, yes, but there's also something regarding, like, it also has like a past element to it with that World reversed. Can you tell me about that World reversed? The Ace of Wands reverse. Yeah, like something was delayed. Okay. So for instance, right? Let's say it's about a relationship. Okay. Let's say it's that. And maybe you and somebody had started talking a few months ago. Maybe something got delayed. Maybe somebody had to move. Maybe you know, I don't know, an ex came back or something and kind of like disrupted things. And like maybe it's coming back around, and now you guys are approaching it from a different angle, and it's like you're coming from a very logical standpoint. It's like you're not being ooey gooey about it and like, oh my god, yes, you know, falling into some like, you know, Disney movie fucking trope about it. Like you're and whatever it is, I'm not saying it's a relationship, okay, but whatever it is, you're approaching it the right way, in my opinion, and in a way that is going to make sense and that is going to bring you the results that you essentially want at the end of the day. So I like it. It was something that was delayed before that's like moving forward now. Let's see what else. Something external from you, 10 of Wands. I feel like there's a lot of responsibilities kind of going on here. Queen of Cups, Page of Swords reverse. What's this person's intention towards Leo? The Nine of Cups. Why is the Page of Swords reversed? The Ten of Cups reversed. How does Leo feel about this person? The Ten of Swords. So there is definitely something that ended between you and another person. And there could have been some kind of a mutual love between you and them. For some of you, this is a same-sex kind of relationship. Obviously, that's not for all of you. But it seems like this person has a lot of kind of emotional turmoil. I think that they have some questions regarding your guys' relationship, or maybe something that happened. Maybe this is a family situation, whatever it is. But it also feels like whoever this is has been listening to a lot of other people and what other people have to say about you, about the connection. But at the same time, they're there to maybe have some kind of healthy connection with you, and it's not coming from a place of codependence. It's coming from a place of sincerity. Why the Ten of Wands? The High Priestess. One more. The Knight of Swords reverse. It almost feels like this person is dealing with a lot of unspoken turmoil, more so. It's like they're showing up very lovingly towards you, and I think that this person is trying to make you happy, but I also feel like this person is maybe assuming the worst, or this person may be assuming that you won't accept their apology, or maybe this person, you know, has been listening too much to what other people have been trying to say, or the advice that they've been trying to offer when it comes to you and the connection. But I don't feel like they have bad intentions, but this is your feeling. These are your feelings about this person. So you and this individual definitely had some kind of ending here that maybe didn't feel too good. What's the advice for Leo regarding this person? The Page of Wands reverse. One more. The Knight of Cups. I think it's, for the most part, it's pretty safe to like open yourself up to this person. You know, I wouldn't like go full throttle necessarily. I certainly wouldn't be naive about the situation. I think that you can be receptive and you can be honest in regards to how you're feeling. Okay. What's up, Cindy? What's up, Faye? All right, let's see. Too many. The Justice. I already feel like you're in that energy because of the Queen of Swords. You're in the Queen of Swords energy. And so the Justice is kind of telling you to make sure that whatever it is that you're deciding, or whatever it is that you're doing, is coming from a moral or an honest place, a place of integrity, a place of, I don't want to say detachment in a bad way, but not where you're allowing your emotions to get so involved in regards to your decision making that you end up, you know, communicating in the way that is not authentic to you, or aligning with people or a specific person that doesn't really align with your morals, your values, your goals, whatever it is. So it's basically saying be honest with yourself in matters of love or connection or networking with other people. The Death card. What are you asking Leo to do with that Death card? The Three of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, if something isn't working in your life, especially like coworkers or people that you're just like, yeah, I don't think we're on the same path, or you know, I don't really think that we have the same goals. Like, it's about needing to be honest with yourself about that, and just kind of like let it go. So in my opinion, I feel like it's a little bit of tough love coming from you and like towards other people, and it may not always be like the easiest decision. I'm not saying it's this person specifically, but it's asking you to be a little bit more realistic and more logical when it comes to these decisions that you're essentially making, especially regarding like working with other people, whether that's professional or romantically. It says have faith in your dreams and then fire. So there's something that you want, and I feel like you can have it, but it's asking you to have a lot of optimism. It's asking you to take initiative. Fire energy is quite masculine, and it's pretty, it initiates, right? It initiates, and it's passionate and it's brave. And so it's asking you to be these things when you're approaching whatever dreams it is that you have. All right, let's see. I gotta pee. Hey V, you're lovely. Like the glitter eyes. Thank you. Got the glitter collarbones too. Oh my goodness gracious. Bathroom break. I gotta pee really quick. Ow, ow. Oh my god, I just ran over my freaking toe. All right, guys, 1 second, okay? I just have to pee. I'll be right back. All right. All right, let's do Virgo. Okay. All right, Virgo, let's see. Right, show me Virgo, July 19th through to the 25th. Virgo sun, same. Show me Virgo's energy, July 19th through to the 25th. The Eight of Cups reversed. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. Oh boy. The Chariot reversed. What are we doing with that Eight of Cups reversed? That's interesting. You're going back to move forward. What's that Seven of Pentacles reversed? The Knight of Swords. Um, it can be financial, okay? If I'm going to be totally honest with you guys, it definitely can be financial. So like there can be something, it doesn't have to be, okay? So let me just kind of generalize it, but you can be going back to something to reevaluate whether or not someone or something is a good investment. There's like a conversation that you're having, maybe it's about debts, maybe it's about whether or not you and another person are still invested and you're trying to do this. With that chariot reverse, it feels like something isn't moving forward. Why is that? The page of cups, maybe there's not enough love there, or there's not enough love that you have for something, or maybe you're afraid to be open and honest about how you feel around a situation, or you may just honestly feel like there's not like a real opportunity. The Magician and the Justice reverse is at the bottom of the deck. So it's like you're trying to create this, whatever it is, like you're trying to make something happen. And I feel like you even feel as though you have the ability to do so. But with that Justice reverse, it kind of makes me feel like you're questioning it. Am I doing this right? Should I be revisiting this at all? Can you tell me what this is in regards to, please? The Five of Wands, some kind of drama. One more. The Knight of Cups reverse. So it can be in regards to love specifically, but it feels like maybe there's some drama, some jealousies, some, you know, ego battles getting in the way of you and another person. The Five of Cups reverse for something external from you that's affecting you. The Ace of Wands. The Hangman. How does Virgo feel about this? The Ten of Cups. Oh, Virgo. Okay. Well, Virgo, there's something here that's beginning, and I want to say again. Why do I want to say again? Eight of Cups reverse, Five of Cups reverse, something from the past that you have an attachment to, or there's some kind of regrets, grief, sadness around it. It feels like it's beginning again, but now from a different perspective. There can be somebody here who has like a lot of lust or passion for you, but also compassion. And it seems like you're very accepting of whatever it is. Okay. Maybe it's you're reuniting with a family member. Maybe it is a past partner. But whatever it is, it's like you feel pretty good about it. But also, I think with that Empress reversed and that Eight of Wands, you might be feeling like insecure a little bit about moving forward. You may be like, I don't know if I should really be nurturing this situation. Maybe there's a distance issue. Maybe it's something else. Tell me about that Five of Cups reversed. The Three of Wands reversed. Yeah, there's some kind of plan that maybe you and another person had didn't really work out. And so now there's a lot of frustration around that. All right, let's get some more. Queen of Wands for your advice. Okay. Two of Wands reversed. And the Four of Wands. What do you want? You know? It's asking you to make your decisions and your plans from a place of sovereignty and confidence and not giving a fuck what anyone thinks. The Queen of Wands does not morph her or himself, whatever gender you identify with, to be able to fit the desires of others, right? The Queen of Wands just shows up exactly how she is, and she's not going to conform. And so I feel like it's saying that when you're making these plans, or when you're, you know, making decisions, that's the place that you need to make them from. And like, try to have some fucking fun in your life, you know, with that Four of Wands. You have nothing is yet set in stone, and then water. So it's asking you to go with the flow of things. It's asking you to listen to your intuition. It's saying that, you know, whatever the situation, it's ever changing, or it could change, or it can change, or it is changing. And it's asking you to kind of flow with it like water. Water is very feminine. Okay. So that's what I have for you. Libra. Show me Libra, July 19th through to the 25th. Lori. Show me Libra. Show me Libra. Last shuffle. Okay, that was way too many. It gave me the Empress reversed. That's okay, Lori. You're good, girl. The Hangman. The Eight of Cups. Okay. Why the Empress reversed? King of Pentacles reversed. You know, there's just somebody here, whether it's a boss or, you know, whether it's, you know, your man or your girl or whatever, you just feel like somebody is not really that committed, or you feel like somebody is just using you. You feel like what you're kind of doing here this week is you're kind of basing somebody, like you're basing your worth based on what somebody else is giving to you or not giving to you. Right? But it's really about setting your own standard and like setting your own price, figuratively speaking. And I think that you're kind of seeing that, like with that Hangman there, you're like, okay, like I really need to like look at this from a different angle, because if you attach your sense of self-worth to what everybody else thinks or what everybody else is giving or not giving you, then you're giving your power away, essentially. And I think that you realize that. And so you're kind of walking away from that because you're starting to see the reality of a situation. And I'm kind of getting like Neptune retrograde in my mind when I see this. So like maybe see where you have Neptune going retrograde right now. Neptune's in Aries, so it's actually in your opposite sign opposing, you know, your Libra placements, or will be, or has, or whatever. And so, you know, things can feel like disillusioning a little bit. Tell me about that Hangman. Yeah, Nine of Cups reverse. Yeah, you're kind of like looking at maybe some kind of codependency that you've had, or you're looking at the way that maybe you've dealt with love or loss or, you know, reality check kind of situations. And you're like, yeah, I don't think I like that about myself. Or you're just kind of also looking at something or someone like, is this even what I fucking want? Like, do we even want this? You know? So let's see what else. Show me a person that's affecting Libra this week. The Seven of Cups. Yeah, see, there's some kind of like reality check moment that's happening here. The Emperor reversed. There's that Aries energy, and the Ace of Swords reversed. Is somebody's like being a little bit elusive, in my opinion. It's almost like they're trying to prove a point. How does this person want Libra to feel? Five of Cups reversed. One more. The Page of Swords reversed. This person, I feel like, wants you in your head a little bit for whatever reason. Why do they want Libra in their head? About the past, the devil, because this person is either obsessed with you or attached to you, or it's like this person wants some kind of power over you, in my opinion, especially with the Emperor reversed and the devil there. And it feels like this person is intentionally like not speaking to you or delaying some kind of communication, or, you know, lying by omission, or not giving you the full clarity that you need in order to maintain or have some kind of control over your emotions and what it is that you're doing or you're not doing. So it's like this person's intent was to make you question yourself. Or is to make you question yourself this week. So keep that in mind. King of Swords reversed. I want you to see through the bullshit. I want you to see through it. I don't want you to allow yourself to be gaslit or manipulated about a situation, because you may be kind of prone to that around this time. So just a word of caution, okay? The Four of Pentacles reversed. The Three of Cups reversed and the Five of Wands reversed. Is it? Two of Swords, 7-1. Like, don't allow somebody to, it feels like somebody's trying to intentionally intimidate you or make you question yourself. That's what I'm getting. And I feel like it really is just about somebody trying to gaslight you or manipulate you into a situation or to make you think a certain way. And I really feel like you just need to not lower yourself to this person's, because it feels like this person wants a reaction. They want to affect how you feel about yourself. And I feel like once you stop giving them that energy, yeah, I feel like maybe it's a hidden enemy or like just some kind of enemy that you have with this 12th house energy. It says the answers you need are coming, and then house 12. So I feel like if something has been going on behind your back, or if something has been hidden from you, if you have had somebody trying to sabotage you in some way, I feel like this week you're going to see it. Okay. Especially with Jupiter opposite Pluto. You're going to see it. It's going to come to you. Okay. I don't know if it's going to come through your dreams. I don't know if someone's going to tell you, but you're going to see it. So maybe pay attention to your dreams, listen to your intuition during this time, because that house 12 energy is there. All right, let's move on to Scorpio. Show me Scorpios for July 19th through to the 20th. Two more shuffles. I just saw the moon. We haven't had the moon come out at all today. All right, show me Scorpio, July 19th through to the 25th. Show me their energy. Two of Swords reversed. The World reversed. Okay. Two of Wands. Okay, I like it. Queen of Swords, Three of Pentacles. Okay. What is the World reversed about? The Knight of Swords. What's the Two of Wands about? The Judgment reversed. You're now kind of pulling the wool from your eyes, right? Or something that you've been pulling the wool from your eyes. Bitch, that's not what it is. You're seeing something clearly. Let's say that. And something that you may have been avoiding or kind of putting off. You're like, oh God, I just need to do this. Like this writing project or these plans or this conversation has been put off for way too long. There needs to be some kind of progress forward. And you're realizing that you're probably going to have to make a choice. And the choice is a bit uncomfortable. It's asking you to reconcile with something from the past, but it's also asking you to pick a new path. It's saying, do you want to stay in your old world or do you want to move into your new one? And that's only going to be a decision that you're going to make, in my opinion. I feel like you're moving into a new chapter, like a big chapter. And I think that you have some people on your side. Queen of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. It makes me feel like you're seeing reason. There are people here who are trying to help you or learn from you or teach you or something like that to be able to help you make this decision regarding some kind of bigger goal. Somebody outside or external from you that may be affecting you. Four of Swords. The Six of Swords. The Star reversed. What's this person's intention with Scorpio? Eight of Swords. The King of Swords. There's somebody here who wants to talk to you, but it seems like they're not really sure. Why are they not sure? Oops, the moon. Well, there's the moon. There's a fear. This person has some kind of fear. They may be afraid you're going to bring up a past situation, or they may not totally trust their intuition regarding you. And it feels like this person is kind of, I don't want to say backtracking. They're kind of doing their own thing. They're kind of keeping quiet. It's like they're trying to resolve something within themselves because they may have lost hope in the situation, or they may feel like they don't really know if your guys' futures align or something like that. How is this affecting Scorpio? The Magician reversed. One more. The Four of Cups. I mean, you may be feeling rejected by this person. You may be like, okay, well, this is great. Like, you know, you may have thought you had something in the bag and you're like, okay, I guess not, right? But you're just kind of you look disappointed. You're like, fucking whatever. You know, it's kind of like that energy. What's this person's feelings for Scorpio? The Nine of Wands. I don't know. This person is acting like a rescue dog. You know, they're kind of like, I don't know, sad about something. They're kind of like, they got their guard up for some reason. Your advice, Ten of Swords reversed, Nine of Swords reversed, and the Wheel of Fortune reversed. You need to let something die. Doesn't mean at some point maybe it can't be resurrected, but you need to let something die because it's affecting you and your mentality and your mental health, and it's keeping you in a cycle that you don't want to be in. Emotions are running high, and you have Mars. Oof, I'd be careful of like a little bit of a brawl this week. Okay. You know, you got Pluto, your co-ruler, and then you have Mars here, you know, making opposition with that Jupiter and the sun technically this coming week. And so maybe just be a little cautious, because I feel like you and somebody else can kind of have it out a little bit. You and somebody else can definitely have it out. There can be some vicious arguments. There can be some big issues that kind of come about. It may be saying like, you need to stand up for yourself. Just be cautious of how you go about it. My Pluto is in Scorpio too. I'm going through my Pluto square right now, and I'm also going through my Neptune square. I literally hate it so much. Awful. Buckle up or don't, you know, if you like it rough. How a brawl is little, I'm not sure. I mean, I guess it depends on how you handle it. You know what I'm saying? Please be gentle. Some people are hurting over these situations. I am not sure what you want me to do because I delivered it in the way I delivered the message. I don't know. I don't think I was unkind by any means. I've got Pluto and Scorpio on the 12th. Oh, damn. Mine's on my descendant, so it directly hits me and my identity. I like it rough, but not like that. Thanks, Lori. All right, last shuffle for Sagittarius. Oh, damn, Nicole. That's why you're so sexy. All right, show me Sag, July 19th through the 25th. Sag, your ruler is a big player this week. The moon. I'm getting the word, I'm getting shadow work is what I'm hearing. Uh-huh. 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 Told you. Y'all think I'm just lying. Y'all think I just be lying. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. I like it. So that's good. Why the Nine of Swords? Five of Cups reversed. Why the Moon? King of Cups reversed. You're a little shut down emotionally this week, okay? It doesn't have to be terrible, right? But you are like, there's certain fears that you have that you're kind of projecting onto the now and that you're projecting onto the future. And I think a lot of it has to do with your past. Obviously, you're thinking, oh God, if that happened one time, it can happen again. And if that happened, it can definitely happen again. And Murphy's Law and, whatever, right? And so I just want you to be cautious because I think that now, I'm not saying that your situation isn't dire or there's not like serious shit going on in your life, but what our minds tend to do is we tend to turn up the volume even more, and we actually tend to make things way worse than they actually are. And so we can become disempowered in that. And so I just want you to be cautious with the way that you're thinking about things. It seems like you're kind of suppressing a lot. And then what's going on is you're kind of imploding inside of your mind and kind of making things worse. So I think with that Queen of Pentacles there, it can be around your own sovereignty. It can be around your own, financial well-being. Maybe it's over a relationship or a marriage or something like that. What's the advice for this actually? The Seven of Cups reversed and the Knight of Swords. It's basically saying like all of this energy that you have and these things that you want to say, maybe you need to make an active decision and actually like take action on something instead of like waiting around for things to happen. Or maybe it's that you need to talk it out with somebody. Maybe you need a journal. Maybe you need to I don't know. Maybe you just need to like go beat the shit out of a punching bag. I mean, I don't know, right? But it is saying that you need to now like kind of get your head out of the clouds, I guess you could say, or out of this fear state, and you need to make a decision and you need to be proactive. Okay? You need to take action on something and instead of just like thinking about it basically. The Three of Swords reversed for somebody around you that may be affecting your energy currently. The Five of Wands. The High Priestess. Why the Five of Wands? The Ten of Wands. Whoa. How is this affecting Sagittarius? Five of Swords reversed. I need one more. The Magician reversed. One more. The Eight of Pentacles. Okay. What are Sagittarius's feelings for this individual? The Star. Okay. Okay. This doesn't feel like horrifying. It feels like something is happening to someone that you care about. It feels to me like there's a person here who is having a hard time overcoming some kind of heartbreak. And I don't know if that's in regards to you specifically, in regards to someone or something else. There's some level of grief that they're still kind of fighting with and that they're carrying, and it feels heavy. This is somebody who, however, is maybe keeping it to themselves, or they're just trying to listen to their intuition. This can be somebody who's actually a witch or a priestess or somebody who's into the occult or just somebody who's incredibly intuitive. This seems like a feminine though, but reverse it if you need to or whatever. Your feelings about this person is the Star. So you want to heal things with this person, or you're trying to heal this person. Maybe you're trying to help this person. And how it's affecting you, the Five of Swords reversed, the Magician reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles. You're kind of getting out of this like woo-woo like mind frame about things, and you're actually putting in the work, or maybe you're trying to help this person, or you're trying to work with this person on whatever it is that they're dealing with. So it's kind of like you take my advice about something and you're like, okay, it's time to take action instead of being in my fucking head about this. So it feels like something is happening to someone else and maybe you're like worried for them, you know? Your advice is the Ten of Cups reversed, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. there may be concern about what somebody thinks with that Fool and that Seven of Wands reverse. Like, I don't know if you have some, like, if you got somebody hating on you or trying to take you down or something, but it's basically telling you to, you know, be of the mentality of fuck that, I don't care. There can be other people who are like influencing certain decisions in your life, and with that Ten of Pentacles and that Queen of Wands, it's saying like you need to take the lead here regardless. Against all odds, you're the one that needs to take the lead. You need to show up for yourself or others maybe, and taking practical action towards financial or relational matters that matter to you, that you actually see as future oriented and what's the word, oh no, okay, whoops, sorry, proactive, I guess is the right way to say it. A time to give rather than take. Yeah, so it feels like you're kind of helping somebody, Mercury, and then you have Mercury here. Mercury's retrograde. Maybe see where you have that going on in your chart. That could give you some indication of like what's actually happening. Okay. God damn it. Ew. And it can also be like maybe the thing that you need to give is like advice, right? Mercury can be like a conversation, advice, just a fucking talk, you know? It can really be that simple. So it like it's kind of like I told you. You are helping somebody with a problem. That's what I'm getting from this. Because it says a time to give rather than take. And so I feel like that's what you're kind of doing. And look, even your advice was mercurial energy. So, because that's Gemini energy. So it makes me feel like a conversation, like you're helping someone make a choice, or you're helping somebody research something, or helping someone understand something. Sorry, I know this is very specific, but that's what I got. Okay. Rage room. All right, let's do Capricorn. Okay. Let's do Capricorn. Oh, yeah, no, it's not. No, it's way back here. Thanks, I appreciate that. All right, show me Capricorns, July 19th through to the 25th. Last shuffle. What's that? God, I love this song by Sophia Isella. Sorry, 1 second. All right, Capricorn. July 19th through the 25th. Ooh, ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. The Five of Swords reverse. Seven of Pentacles reverse. Damn, that looks good. Why the Seven of Pentacles reversed? Six of Cups. You know, you're realizing what's possible, you know, is what I'm getting. I think that you may come into some serious money this week. You know, it feels like things are stable. You see a future with where it is you're going. And you have the Nine of Pentacles with the star here at the bottom of the deck. it feels like your money looks so good and like you're good on your own, but now it's like maybe you want to share with another person, or maybe you want to take your stocks or your career or your dreams to another level. And if I'm being honest with you, I think that you have enough audacity and confidence to do so, and it's almost like you don't even need to try. It just kind of feels like something is falling into your lap here. And I feel like you're also realizing why something else didn't work out in your life, or you're no longer wasting your time or invested so much in regards to a past person, or not that like you're degrading this person or regretting or anything. You're just like, wow, I really see why that didn't work out, or no love lost or whatever. But it just feels like you see a brighter future for yourself. Tell me about that Five of Swords reversed. The Death card. I mean, there are massive changes that seem to be taking place for you. And I mean, these are changes that are giving you a brand new lease on life. And it seems like a brand new chapter in your life. And I feel like you're seeing the benefits of that this week. The Five of Wands reverse for a person who is affecting your energy this week. What's that? Wheel of Fortune reverse, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles as well. The Six of Swords. What does this person want with Capricorn? The Knight of Cups. So there's somebody who is trying to make some kind of peace with you, and this seems to be like somebody from your past, and they're trying to lay the groundwork. They are taking action. It feels very slow. It's showing up as practical and decisive, and let me help you. How can I help you? How can we build XYZ, whatever. But behind that is a deeper intention. Now, maybe it's just because, they share the love for something that you have, and they want to see that dream for themselves, or maybe this person has feelings for you and they're showing up as, like doing acts of service, but really it's like they want more from what you have to offer. So I'm not getting like a negative energy, but it does feel like a past situation that's kind of circling back a little bit. How is this affecting Capricorn? Queen of Pentacles reversed. The Ace of Swords. One more. Two of Cups reverse. You're kind of having some clarity regarding this person. You're like, I don't know. Like, maybe can this work, or can we work together? Or you're definitely working something out regarding like a misunderstanding between you and another person, basically. And how does Capricorn feel about that? The Seven of Wands. Your boundaries are pretty airtight, though. You're like, yeah. So, let's see what else. Four of Cups for your advice. Careful with that. That's too many. The Sun reversed. Okay. Well, Capricorn, I'd be a little careful. I'd be a little careful this week. Listen, I think that you're doing really well, right? And I want that for you. I want you to do well. I want you to focus on your future. I want this to be very healing for you. You're doing well financially. Maybe you're in a great relationship now, or you get into one or something, but you can kind of develop this mindset of like nobody's good enough or nothing's good enough, or you may make very impulsive decisions that kind of come from a place of being a bit jaded, or just not seeing the opportunities available to you because of some kind of uh maybe a little bit of a condescending mind frame, or something like that. And so it's just asking you to just kind of think before you speak, because you could kind of put your foot in your mouth a little bit when somebody may actually have something legitimate to offer you. Okay. It says be bold and make the first move. And then we have Saturn. Well, Saturn is in Aries right now. It's your ruling planet, and it's basically saying, which is kind of interesting, because be bold and make the first move makes me think of Aries. And so Saturn is in Aries. And so I feel like there's something that you're emotionally drawn to or something that you're really wanting to build towards. And it's saying, like, you can have it, and you need to understand that it's going to take a lot of time, and you're needing to be very patient with whatever this is, and you're needing to treat it with respect, and understand that despite this being a really great week for you, maybe there's still a lot of lessons that you have to learn. And there may be some restrictions that you're going to come up on from time to time. And that's just life, right? But it's saying as long as you take initiative and you take the responsibility to be able to build what it is that you want, you will learn hard work and you will learn patience, and you can build something that's actually worth a fuck, right? So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. Okay. Aquarius. All right. Let's see. Show me Aquarius. Oh, that's awesome, Cindy. All right, Aquarius. July 19th through to the 25th. Five of Cups reversed. The Lovers reversed. The Five of Pentacles reversed. So what's going on with this situation? Why the Lovers reversed? Can I get one more? Ten of Swords reversed. You're overcoming some kind of grief or sadness around a disconnect between you and another person. It seems like there's still love here. Maybe it's something that you're wanting to offer, but maybe you feel like there's some kind of bad blood between the two of you. There may be this energy of kind of coming out of the cold, maybe unblocking somebody, maybe trying to revisit a situation. But with that Two of Swords and the Magician reverse, it's kind of like you're avoiding it a little bit. What are we doing with that Five of Pentacles reversed? The Nine of Wands reversed. It may be that you're just kind of like trying to give up on the situation, in all honesty. Why? The Tower reverse, because you're trying to avoid a crisis, and you may feel like if you keep giving to the situation that it is going to be a crisis. And I think that you have a lot of self-doubts in regards to what you can and cannot create when it comes to either social groups or a specific person in your life. You're trying to be very logical about a situation, but at the same time it's like you don't really know what the truth is, or you feel like you don't really have full clarity, and maybe you're just like taking advice from somebody in your life rather. Thanks, Donald. Okay. I can't really tell if you're actually coming out of the cold with somebody or not. It feels like you're just trying to release some kind of negative emotion that you have tied to a person. Show me somebody this week that's affecting Aquarius's energy. It's too many. God damn it. Sorry, guys. It keeps trying to give me like 1,000 cards at once. The Fool reversed for somebody that you may be dealing with. Ten of Cups reversed. Six of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Swords. Four of Pentacles. What's this person's intention towards Aquarius? Ooh, Four of Wands reversed. Well, that kind of seals it. How is this affecting Aquarius? The Devil. Oh, goodness. Tell me about the Devil. The Nine of Cups reversed. Oh, my goodness gracious. What is going on here? I mean, Pluto is in your sign. Okay. There's somebody who's very hesitant about entering a relationship with you, or there's somebody who's kind of like, I don't know, apprehensive in regards to you and them because of some kind of external influence, whether that's like family or friends are getting involved and, you know, shoving their opinions on the connection, or like there's something here that's just not emotionally working. And so it seems like this person, they're drawing back their energy. They're not really giving to the connection. If anything, they're kind of like not allowing you in their space. And it's affecting you in this way. The Devil and the Nine of Cups reverse. I mean, you know, I'm not going to lie. You can feel very fixated on this person because there's something that you really wanted, but you felt like it didn't really prevail, or you feel like it didn't really happen. And so there can be a lot of disappointment, which can kind of be making you latch on a little bit tighter. Although I do think that you're able to release, or, you know, but it is kind of affecting you in a bit of a negative way. Because I feel like this person is really in their head about things, and they're holding back because of it. I'm dead, Nicole. Your advice is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. The Page of Wands reversed, and the Four of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like a lot of you are really in your head about things, okay? But I feel like it's asking you to think about something in a different way, maybe needing to ask yourself, does this really make sense? Maybe there are certain financial constraints that you're kind of coming up on that need to be reviewed, or that need to be kind of taken a look at. Like maybe you're not really seeing something clearly. It can also be, okay, that you may be acting from a place of ego in regards to a situation. And the only reason I say that is because of the Sun reversed and the King of Wands reversed. It almost makes me feel like you're making an assumption about something that you shouldn't. But other than that, okay, if it's not necessarily that, then it can be saying like there are certain opportunities that are trying to make themselves available to you, and you may be handling things in an immature way, or I got to be honest with you, from like an egoic perspective that you maybe need to take a look at and like really ask yourself, am I holding back from the situation, or not taking myself up on this opportunity because it's really not a good opportunity? Or is there some humility that is going to come with this opportunity that could actually be really good, but my ego or pride is getting in the way? So I don't know what that is. We have it's time to release negativity and Virgo. Okay, so you may be being a little bit picky about a situation. Maybe there's something in regards to your emotions. Maybe you're needing to let go of negative emotions that you have towards a situation. But with that Virgo energy next to a release negativity, what can be negative about Virgo? Well, they can be overthinkers. You know, it can be where sometimes Virgo can have a big ego, because Virgo is usually supposed to kind of represent purity, or like even humility. You know, you think about the Hermit and needing to kind of humble yourself to a situation. So maybe that's something, but it can also be like getting lost in the details of something, and maybe making something bigger than it really needs to be. Okay, so I don't know what that is. For some of you, this is reversed. I'm sorry. All right, let's move on. All right. Let's move on to Pisces. Okay. You're welcome, Nicole. Okay. Six of Pentacles reversed in your energy. The Tower reversed. What's the Tower reversed? Eight of Pentacles. You're not so freely giving to something anymore because it's taking up a lot of your energy and your time or your resources or your finances or whatever it is. And you're like raising your standard or you're putting in some kind of effort towards something else. Because you may have found that giving into something or giving to something was creating more conflict in your life, or you were giving to something because it was like feeding your ego or like a more lower vibrational part of yourself. And so now it's like you're actually kind of, it makes me feel like you're working on something behind the scenes that actually like matters to you and weeding out some kind of distraction. You're like realizing something about the past that has really disappointed you that you kept going back to and you kept going back to, and you're realizing like, oh, that's not actually like serving me. Can I get advice for this? Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. Abandon it, baby. It's draining your energy. It's draining your time. It's draining your money. I feel like you need to be focusing on bigger goals, which is what I think that you're doing. What's up, Mojo? Okay. Somebody external from you that's affecting your energy at this time is the Ace of Wands reversed and the Hangman reversed. Ooh, King of Wands reversed. Oof. What's up, Alyssa? Thank you, baby. What's this person's problem with Pisces? Seven of Wands. This person has some weird competition thing with you. Oh. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. So listen, for the people, if you are dealing with like two different men or something like that, or two different people or whatever, there's somebody here who's not taking action on you or intentionally delaying action towards you because they're in their ego, because they feel like they have competition because you have somebody else. If it's not about two different people, then there's somebody here who is in their ego about you. It's like their self-esteem is a little bit low because they have feelings for you that it's like they're trying to conceal. What does this person want with Pisces? I don't know, but they're really hung up on the past. Give me one more for what they want with Pisces. So they want a conversation with you. They want a little like, hey, a little nudge, a little like, you know, how are you? Whatever. But they're more like in their feelings about a past situation. What happened with that 5 of Cups? They may have gotten a reality check. There may have been a choice that you made or a choice that they made that they regret. 2 of Cups reverse. It looks like it might have been a misunderstanding. How is this affecting? Ooh, this person is spying on you. Oh, girl, this person is watching you like a hawk. They're trying to like find something out or figure something out. How is this affecting Pisces? Okay, that's way too many. How is this affecting Pisces directly? I don't think it is. If I'm going to be honest with you, like the 9 of Cups and the Fool, it's like, wee, I'm having fun and I'm doing my own thing. I don't really feel like it's affecting you. Let's see. Advice. The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, focus on what it is that you're working on. Like with the 6 of Pentacles reverse, the 8 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles. Like there are things that you're needing to work on, especially like maybe old projects that you didn't finish, or there may be something that needs to change about your work or about your routine or about your health or about like your workouts or something to that effect. Oh, shit. With the Judgment. So like this is a big time. Like you get fucking real. Like about the like with that 5 of Swords and that King of Pentacles, like what are you trying to build, dude? You know, what are you trying to build? You need to really weed out any distractions you have and like go full throttle with it, because the call is coming from inside the house at this point. But I feel like you know that. That's why that 8 of Pentacles is there. Communication is key. And then House 7. Maybe when it comes to a relationship, there's something that you're needing to communicate. Communicate what? The King of Swords reversed. The 2 of Pentacles. Some kind of decision that somebody was gaslighting you on, or some kind of truth. It's like I feel like you need some kind of truth, or you need to deliver some kind of truth in order for you or this person to make some kind of definitive decision regarding a relationship. Maybe it's a client. You know, maybe it's a fucking therapist. I don't know. But some kind of communication needs to happen between you and another person for things to get worked out. So I don't know if you need to communicate, but if this person does communicate with you, it's like you're needing to be very honest. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Okay. Okay, now we're going to do our little super chat questions. Let me reshuffle. Gemini Uranus transit being on fire and channeled that at the gym, so thanks. Love that. Oh, you were talking to Mojo. I was like, I don't remember giving that advice. Maybe we need to open this window. Okay. Wow. That's bright. Maybe we can turn this light off. Wow, that's really bright. Maybe that was a mistake. Thank you, Mojo. Damn it. Okay. Ew. Thanks, Nicole. All right. I love these bangs, girl, but god damn. No. I feel like this, all this sunstone is really just grabbing on my energy. It's too much. Too much sunstone. If you've got it, spread it. That's what she said. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna do super chats. Just give me a second. Ugh. Oh my god, I need a massage so bad. Do I have a hair tie? I don't want to go in the other room. Maybe I can just kind of like put this up a little bit. Ew. It's a no for me. I hate it. Oh well, we'll just have to suffer. Moisturizer is the key. That and retinol. That and retinol, baby. All right, let's give a little incense on the cards. Let's cleanse these cards a little bit, baby. You know what I mean? Oh man, no way. Did I? What's up, Perfect Dark? Not you. Thanks. Okay. All right. My little darlings. Let's do these super chat questions. Let me do some shuffles. In my window like a weirdo. Okay. Number one. Why did this person ghost the friendship? Four of Swords. Feels like they were going through something that they needed to heal from. It's like they feel like they needed to separate themselves, like logically. Why? It's not really telling me why. The Star reverse. Well, the star is Aquarius, which can talk about friendship for sure, but sometimes this can talk about where we feel like we can't be honest with someone or we feel like we can't be vulnerable with another person. Sometimes we have to decide with the Four of Swords and the star reversed if somebody really fits into our reality or into our future or whatever the case may be. And for whatever reason, that may have just been a no. Okay. There may have been some wound between the two of you. And quite frankly, it could have had nothing to do with you. I mean, this person, when you see the Four of Swords and the star reverse, it can be somebody who's having a really hard time, coming to terms with something or having a hard time healing from something as well. How do they feel now? The Two of Wands reversed, a little uncertain. They're not really sure which direction to go, if I'm being honest. Page of Pentacles reverse. It's like they're kind of putting it off. They're kind of putting it off, honestly. So it seems like they're uncertain. It says, show the world the real you and cardinal. So it's like, it may be telling you you need to take initiative in regards to the friendship potentially and just be very authentic with this person. Not saying that you've ever been inauthentic, but it can be saying like you're needing to be a bit more authentic or needing to be like really, really straight up with this person or just very real. Like maybe there's a part of you that you're needing to share with this person that you haven't before or whatever the case may be and for whatever reason. They seem to be going through something mentally. Thanks a lot, number one. Number two. Shuffle. What are his feelings for T? Eight of Wands reversed. Ace of Cups reversed. The Four of Wands. He has, he has fun with this person. He may even feel like there's some level of stability to an extent, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like he's really emotionally available to T or to this person. He may feel like emotionally things are a little bit forced. And although he does have fun, it feels like something can be a bit emotionally draining about it, or he's not really sure where this could even go emotionally. Feelings for you. The Tower. The Tower, the Three of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So he could have felt like something ended between the two of you or something abruptly changed and kind of disintegrated because of a third party situation or something that kind of led to a missed opportunity. So the Tower can be like destruction. It can be something that kind of happens out of nowhere, something that is maybe potentially a bit unexpected or something that needs to change that's kind of out of your control. And regardless, it changed, and again, it can be maybe a difference in goals or values or like I said, a third party situation that could have kind of caused this. And with the Ace of Pentacles reversed there, it's like this is somebody who may still see some level of potential, but they're having a hard time planting seeds with you. We have your dreams need a practical plan and opposition. So there's some kind of imbalance that's going on regarding like what you want and what you're actually doing to go and get it. So there's some kind of point of tension here, some kind of power struggle. And it's saying like if you can meet yourself in the middle and take precise action or practical action towards the thing, you may be able to get it, although you are going to come up upon like some kind of power struggle in regards to whatever that is. Thank you, number two. All right, now we have number three. Who is coming towards me in love? Two of Wands. Knight of Wands. Okay. Could be a fire. Wow. Very strong fire energy. You have the King of Wands, the Strength at the bottom of the deck, the Knight of Wands. So definitely Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Even the Two of Wands is fire. So definitely feels like a strong fire sign or somebody with strong fire energy. This person isn't necessarily always super serious. They can be kind of at the precipice of like needing to decide between something new or something old, maybe in regards to a person or a path. But I do see them taking action towards you. Very fun loving, very passionate, very, okay, I heard the word erotic. Maybe this person is erotic. What is this person's intentions towards my number 3 here? The World reverse. So it does look like it might be somebody from the past. Okay. It's somebody from the past, somebody you have unfinished business with. How does number 3 feel about this person currently so they know who it is? The Chariot. This is somebody that you want forward movement with, although I think it might scare the shit out of you sometimes, you know? You may feel like things maybe moved a bit quickly between the two of you in the past, or maybe things were a little bit chaotic, or, you know, there were competing influences in one way or another, but it feels like you want movement forward with them. And look at that. A fiery climax approaches and Uranus. So I feel like something is likely to happen that may be a bit unexpected with this individual. And it might be hot, but it might also be shocking to your nervous system a little bit. So do what you will with that information, baby. Okay. All right. Number 4. Show me this person's feelings towards number 4, please. The Knight of Swords. It seems like they want to communicate something. They have a lot of questions. They're kind of moving impulsively, or they want to understand something. The Devil. This person has some kind of fixation, like mentally on you. It's like this person thinks about you a lot. And I'm not saying that just to toot your horn or whatever. Like, I give a fuck about anyone's ego here, okay? Except for mine. No, I'm just kidding. But the Knight of Swords is mercurial. Okay, so it's Gemini energy. It's of the mind. The Devil is like a strong attachment, a strong fixation, even sometimes a fear. But it can be like a very strong temptation or draw. So it feels like this person is kind of tempted to speak to you about what? Maybe a strong like sexual attraction as well. The Three of Wands reverse. There's some kind of plan or some kind of plan that didn't work out between the two of you, or some kind of frustration that this person has with you because something didn't expand in the way that they expected, or you didn't meet some kind of expectation of theirs. Page of Pentacles reverse. Like something may have not moved forward in the right way, or something like that. What's the frustration about? Yeah, some kind of plan that didn't go accordingly, or some kind of decision that didn't go accordingly. Tell me about the Devil. Queen of Pentacles reversed. There can be something regarding another person, or that is kind of an issue here, or it can be around finances or commitment just in general, maybe a fear of that, or whatever the case may be. Will they get through this? Ten of Swords reversed. Nine of Pentacles reversed. And the Eight of Cups. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It feels like it's something that becomes increasingly difficult over time to be able to overcome. And I say that because, like, the Ten of Swords reversed to the Nine of Pentacles reversed, it's like where maybe there was some kind of betrayal, some kind of ending, so something occurred, right? So something disingenuous maybe happened between the two of us, and now the other person is like constantly trying to make up for it, but maybe they're over promising and kind of under delivering, or you know, maybe this creates some kind of codependency between the two of you, which essentially, you know, causes somebody to walk away. Now, this isn't the inevitable, okay? Yeah, things can always change. It just depends on how both people kind of handle it. But that's what I have on that. As far as you, we have meditate and contemplate mixed in with Jupiter here. So this is asking you to maybe take some time to yourself, really think about things, journal about things. I know that's very cliche for a tarot reader to say, but it's asking you to meditate. It's asking you to focus on the inner wisdom that you've grown from this, and develop a more expansive spiritual life for some, internal system, I guess is the right way to say it. Inner life is what I meant to say. Best of luck. Thank you. All right, number 5. Oh shit, what's up, girl? Aw, thank you. You know, you can always learn tarot with me. I do offer that on my website. All right, let's see here. Last shuffle. What is P's feelings towards number 5, please? 7 of Cups. Temperance reverse. I'm getting kind of like a my way or the highway. Yeah, Sun reversed at the bottom of the deck. Why the 7 of Cups? The Knight of Pentacles reversed. I feel like they're being a little bit unrealistic about what's possible, or it's like, you know, like for instance, this is just an example, right? It's like maybe they're expecting the world of you, or they're expecting perfection from you while they're not offering that in return, or, you know, like certain expectations is kind of what I'm getting. And like the Temperance reversed is when we're growing impatient with someone, you know, when we feel like we're, you know, we're acting maybe a little self-righteous about a situation, maybe even kind of hypocritical to a degree is what I'm getting. What are their feelings for my number 5? The 2 of Cups reversed. Why the 2 of Cups reversed? The Knight of Wands reversed. They feel some kind of disconnect between the two of you. I'm almost getting like something about unrealistic expectations. I don't know if that's coming from you or from them, but the 2 of Cups reversed can be a disconnect. And a lot of the times it can be a disconnect due to some kind of misunderstanding. But the 2 of Cups reversed is also clarified by the Knight of Wands reversed, which can represent somebody's ego getting in the way. You know, this is Sagittarius energy. And so when Sagittarius energy, Knight of Wands reversed, is in its shadow side, Knight of Wands reversed, this can be where we have like the super ego kind of getting involved, as is we have Sagittarius in reverse again here. So there's something about like maybe this person's super ego kind of getting in the way. Maybe they feel like it's yours, but I wasn't really getting that initially, but take it as it resonates. And so it seems as well like there's a lot of misunderstandings due to some kind of inaction, you know, or again, somebody's ego or pride kind of getting in the way, and maybe they feel like that's theirs. Let me see something. What does this person want from number 5? The 3 of Swords reversed. The 5 of Wands reversed. They don't want to like argue or fight with you. They may feel like you guys have like recently gone through something, or you're upset about something, and like they don't want to deal with it, or they don't want no beef, maybe. What do they want with number 5? 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups, it's not, you know, inherently romantic. I mean, it can be, but the 6 of Cups can be like about friendship. It can be about vulnerability and sweetness and creating memories together and reminiscing and all of these things. So it seems like that's what this person wants. Let's see how this will develop in the coming weeks. The Moon. Things still feel elusive to me. They feel a little confusing. It's like you can't really see. Page of Swords. There's more speculation than there is like authentic communication. It's like the Page of Swords to me isn't always great in a love reading, because the Page of Swords like doesn't know and goes looking for information, and a lot of the times it's around some kind of conflict. Okay, let me get one more. Two of Wands reversed. I almost want to say business as usual. The moon, the page of swords, the four of wands, and the two of wands reverse. There's a lot of, again, there's a lot of suppression. There's a lot of like trying to understand somebody's emotions, you know, trying to speculate, trying to perceive, trying to observe. The four of wands tells me that there's fun times here. You know, there's still fun times. There's friendship and you know, having excitement and all of these things, but that two of wands reverse tells me that we're not really coming out of where we just were. Like the two of wands reverse can be where there's like maybe a lack of planning in regards to plans, or maybe there's you know, someone's not really willing to come out of their comfort zone and do something differently. It's like we're kind of just doing what we've always done. Your advice or your message, we have you and your loved ones are safe, and house 5. So this is saying, like, in regards to your heart space or in regards to your inner child, what does that person need? What does your inner child need? What does your heart really need? Are you able to express yourself authentically? And it's saying as well, I feel like your heart is safe, or it can be, as long as you're attending to it and you're taking care of it. But you and your loved ones are safe can just represent, like, you know, nothing ill is going to befall this connection, or, you know, it's not going to get ripped away from you, or something like that. But it is asking you to kind of follow your heart and be authentic to your inner child as well, whatever that looks like. You know, kind of almost like parenting yourself in a way. All right. Thank you, number 5. Let's move on to number 6. Okay. General reading. Oh my God, that's my dead father's birthday. It's really interesting. All right, let's see. Hold on. What the fuck is this? This freaking Mercury retrograde is crazy. Okay. Last shuffle. Show me number 6's energy within the next 30 days. Ten of Cups. Okay. Knight of Swords reversed. Justice reversed. What's the Justice reversed about? The Emperor reversed. You know, there can be something in regards to either a relationship status change or just in regards to family. It feels like you are heavily supported by people in your life, or maybe by friends. It's people that maybe you call your family or that are your actual family. But there may also be something that you're not really talking about, something that you're maybe being a little bit passive about, especially if you feel like somebody's trying to control you, control a narrative. There's maybe an indecision that you're not really making because you're not really taking authority for said decision. So what's the advice for that? Just curious. The Page of Swords reverse. I feel like if you're like making a bunch of assumptions about a person or about a situation, I feel like the best thing that you can do is just really communicate or like ask. Because you may, like, while you're having like a great time and it seems like you're heavily supported, you may be being very passive about somebody else, or not communicating something that's kind of bugging you, or something that feels a little bit unjustified. And I feel like instead of speculating or just assuming things, you're just essentially needing to ask. Let's see what else. What's coming towards number 6 within the next 30 days? The 9 of Pentacles. Okay. The Chariot. I feel like financial matters are looking pretty good. Like with that 9 of Pentacles and the Chariot, like maybe you end up buying a new car, or, you know, maybe you end up taking a trip somewhere because you're doing well financially. Like it looks like you're kind of looking good, feeling good, smelling good. Some money could be coming into you. There can be some experiences that you can take on that make you feel really good about yourself. You know, it just feels like you have a lot of drive and there's a lot of independence here. And I also think, again, that you have some kind of emotional support, either from a partner or from your actual blood family or your, you know, chosen family, like friends and things like that. So this looks really good. Four of Pentacles reverse and the Page of Cups. Like, if you're looking for love, you know, if you're looking for love, if that's something that you're wanting, don't be shy. Like, don't hold yourself back. Allow yourself to take some chances and some risks, because you may find that it'll actually be worth it. But there may be like an issue around like confidence, or maybe not feeling super confident in the moment, or something like that. It's asking you to detach from that. I feel like a chance that you end up taking could really be worth it. Okay. Or if it's creativity, okay? Like, focus on maybe some creativity as well. You have your commitment is being tested in the moon. There can be something around a motherly figure here. It doesn't have to be your mother. It can just be somebody who is a mother, or some kind of strong feminine figure in your life. Maybe your commitment is being tested to this person, or tested in regards to this person. But this can also be about satisfying your own emotional needs and like what you need at like a very deep level, like a very deep emotional level. It's saying like you need to make sure that you're honoring those emotions for whatever reason. I don't know why it's telling you that, but that's what it's saying. Okay. All right. So that is what I have for you guys. I love you. Y'all talking about food? Don't get me started. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm going to get out of here. I love you so much. I hope that you have a great day. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to my super chatters. Thank you guys for coming. Thanks for showing up. I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you. Bye.